Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire. As you can see, I just started this up and there was an auction. 4 timetables increases the time passengers in cities, wait for trains by 20%. So I took it, obviously. We should have got a discount for that, as that is one of our strong traits for our current character. So that's how we're starting today, apparently. That wasn't what I had planned. Isn't that marvellous? Isn't that marvellous? Right, Liverpool. Liverpool have got to get up to 35,000 today. Our tasks. The last one is a long-term one, but the pressing one by 1833 is connect 2 cities, each with a population of at least 35,000. Yes, we'll take the conductor. Thank you, David. Nathan, we'll get you a place on a train soon. So, yeah, Liverpool is growing rapidly. What I'd like to do is save some money in the bank for future auctions. But we are going to extend this and hope to get meat delivered to Liverpool. I think they're going to grow regardless, but it can't. Or, do you know, given that, I sort of regret my decision here. Can we undo it? No, we can only expand it further. Because Liverpool is growing at a steady rate, well, it's dropping a little bit. It was at 80 something, wasn't it, in the previous episode? We are delivering piggies, aren't we? Yes, and we're just about to run out, so that might head up a little bit. Security guard, very handy for our freight lines. Let's get you on there as you're about to head in. The reason I want money is because I don't know what we're going to be doing for our next task. If it means we have to expand fast, I don't want to be sitting around waiting for money. I'd like to get whichever leg of the journey that may need to be done as soon as possible. So that's why we're sitting with a bit of money in the bank. We need it anyway with this character, don't we? Because we have to rely on spies and auctions. So any auctions that pop up we want to take advantage of. We don't have the luxury of the same amount of innovation points as, I believe, every other character. How we doing, Liverpool? We're waiting on you. You're still going up. It's back up to 80%, so waiting on pigs, quite possibly. Manchester's still growing. I like this is at 0% as well, because how much would it cost, just out of interest, to buy this? 279,000 or 400,000 to build, plus we get percentages back, don't we? I think it's more than 30%. I can't remember the office staff we've got. Where's our office staff? We've got a station master and an accountant. Yes? No. We currently don't have anybody who reduces our auction costs. Grab that engineer. I think you can get office staff that do reduce your auction costs. There we go. You're heading back immediately this time. I half feel like you did a false run to start with while we were changing the line. That's entirely possible. It does happen. How are we doing? Almost there, guys. Almost there. Will we get the gold tick? So far, we're doing okay, aren't we? 1833 is the target. It's usually about half that from the start, though, isn't it? From the very start. It'll be tight. It'll be tight. I do like this. I do like our flat crossing. That's helped us out no end for getting across into Leeds.
The people of Birmingham have allowed themselves to be convinced by our recent success, and a portion of the way is cleared now. If we help to establish the industry, it will probably convince even skeptics of other regions.
Yes, 2 new tasks received. The other one is the same one, London to Liverpool. The next one is now produce 60 loads of tweed. Right then, produce 60 loads of tweed. Does that mean we just supply Manchester with sheep's wool to make our tweed? Or do we have to own the factory? If we have to own the factory, we have to buy this, which means 279k. We can afford it. We've got 300 and something k in the bank. Let's get that engineer on board. Well, we've got to make a decision soon. Do we have sheep's wool down here? We have it up there. It said something about Birmingham too, so if we take a look at track construction, we do indeed have a new area unlocked, the Birmingham area. Well, okay, so we've already got potatoes down here. We've got our sheep's wool opened up for us. This looks like a late game thing, doesn't it? What is that? Clay? I wonder what that is. What are you? Cement. What else did we open up? Nottingham? I'm not convinced we can just supply this and that work. It would allow us to bring in cloth to Manchester via one of these entrances. And we could also rework this, I would imagine. Possibly. No, this is fine, isn't it? I was thinking of taking some logs down to Liverpool as well. And up to Leeds. But we'd have to get across to this side. But we wouldn't if we make a through line to Liverpool that's freight that heads off this way. I mean, we could continue and stick with the track. Except we've got a bridge here anyway, so we might as well take advantage of just running it out and linking up to there, possibly. We could link up direct into here and then bring that in, couldn't we? To run over there. It would mean another bridge. Could save a bit of money the other way. Do we risk rotating this out? It's really, really tempting. Depends how much of an improvement we'd get for our new bonds. Go on, we'll see. This could be a disaster. Let's go. Oh, see, yes, we can. 407,000. Right, let's rotate these and get some purchasing done. Oh, not that one again. Get rid of that one as well. And there we go. We've got 653 million in the bank. Let's purchase this while it's got 0 production, so it'll be at its cheapest. And grab that. We should get 30. Ooh, what was that? What was that? Was it someone who reduces the cost of... No. I was going to say, is it someone that reduces the cost of auctions? But it isn't. This is a time when one of those people might come in handy. I feel like later on it's going to be more beneficial. Right, so we own that. Now, while I'm not 100% sure on produce 60 loads of tweed, it does suggest to me that we have to personally produce it, meaning we need to own the industry. Otherwise, we're not producing anything, are we? We're just shipping. Yeah, we'd just be shipping. So I think that's correct. Should we buy this as well? The problem we've got if we do buy it is that we are going to have to pay for the upgrade. Now, is it classed as an auction? Starting bid, 283. So we'll get a discount. Do you know, let's get both. Let's get both. We have to get this tweed production up, don't we? Right, here we go. Anybody for anybody. It's just us. There we go. We got it. We didn't pay the full amount as we got our discount, I hope, anyway. So now we can set this up and get tweed underway. I would like to upgrade it, but it's going to cost us 500k, and that is a flat rate. That's where we're going to have a few issues. Now, what do we want here? I think a small train station for now would be lovely, wouldn't it? There we go. That's not too bad, is it? 79k is a bit steep, but we do go through this hilly area. How we avoid that... we can't really, can we? I think that's just best, isn't it? Like that. Just take it. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, we could always bridge over it then, couldn't we? Hopefully. I say we just leave that single track and get this up and running. We own both facilities. So let's get a water tower on here. And let's get us a train running. Start line, Fraser. Is that Fraser Estate? Yes, we'll need a signal down that end, won't we? Freight only, wait until full. We still only have one loco, but we're not blessed with innovation points. We've got to rely a little bit on luck here. Engineer, yes, just get on there. That'll be fine. Especially when it's a tick. Now, do you provide ticks to anyone? I will use conductors on freight trains, even though they don't give us a benefit of any sort. But it will be handy for the boosting of our other staff. Another security guard, goodness me. We're getting a lot of those today, aren't we? Do we have anywhere? Do you know, I've just realised, guys, we don't have a water tower from our apple farm to Leeds. That's a bit rough. We have one down here, which I wouldn't mind moving back, to be fair. No, it's actually fine there, isn't it? Yeah, it covers all bases. We don't have one in here yet either. That would be the first one to do it. Well, we can afford them, can't we? Yeah, you get in there. At least get that one on. And we'll get one sat in here. I don't know about moving it in there. It looks a bit risky with back ends leaning over this junction. Right, have we started producing tweed? No, of course you're not, Grand. You don't have your train arriving yet. There it goes. We will need a maintenance yard on here, won't we? Yeah, otherwise we're going to see some early issues with this one, our wood. So we'll get our maintenance in there. What we might do with our logging is drop it off, maybe. We could drop 50% off, pick up whatever spaces are left with mixed goods. Anglo-Saxon was talking about this in a previous video, I think, but with somewhere else. I'm not sure it's the logging. But then we operate a freight-only service and turn these into passengers and mail only, so that we get our express lines. How about Liverpool's on the climb? See, we can't afford these. Way too expensive. If we let the AI do it, we should be able to get this tailors, which I'm going to assume is what it'll build because we've already got a weaving factory. They tend to build them in order that are available. So if they build the tailors, we could buy it as an auction and not supply them any tweed because I don't think they can get it any other way. Cities won't send out their goods via truck, well, by horse and cart, but they will from these places. Transport by coach, there you go, horse and cart. So yeah, right, we've got plenty of money in the bank. Do we think about hooking Liverpool up? That's growing fantastically. It's up to 40,000 now, meaning, yeah, it does need tweed and wood. There it is. And we can start thinking about this bypass freight line. Another engineer, sure, we'll take all of these. We'll find places for them. In fact, we could do that before we set off anywhere else. Anybody else needing an engineer? Yes, you do. You need a security guard as well. Quick, get you on before before payment. What else do we need? Oh yes, an engineer. Any green ticks? No. Do we have any passenger lines? Where's passenger? Engine by type, by staff, by wait time, by top speed. None of this is useful. Engine type's not going to work. Staff's not going to work. Just sorts them, doesn't it? I thought it was a filter. No, this just sorts them. That doesn't matter. A filter would be nice, wouldn't it? I just want to see passenger lines. It's fine. We can click on them down here. You don't have an engineer. Oh, a spy. Hold everything. Please, give us something good. John Bull. I really want the John Bull. The John Bull would be excellent. Beatrix, don't let me down. I think she keeps handing me off with stuff that's not John Bull. Anything but John Bull is her mantra today. There we go. We boost our engineer there. I like it. That was fortunate, wasn't it? And it's a passenger train. So there, you've got your conductor. Oh yes, do you want a conductor? One that makes... Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. You give our engineer a boost. That is mirrored with our other service, so that's fantastic. Right, what are you going to give us? Hopefully something lovely. I haven't missed it, have I? No, I don't think so. 41,000. Should we set this up while we wait for that? Right. If we go... Which platform are we using? Wrong one. We go on this outside platform and snug into the bridge. Yeah, meaning we need to double track this section just past it, and then we'll branch out here down to the, I guess it's a farm, isn't it? Yeah, and then we'll double track that section, and now we need to think about branching out past the cattle farm. It's going to be a little bit snug. We've got an issue with our grade there. Does it head down? Oh, it heads down. There we go. 1% will do. Now, if we curve round and head back in up this end, we could double track this from here. Wouldn't be too terrible, would it? Yeah, we'll double track that from there, or quad track it, I should say. Then what we're going to need to do is get a junction working. But it's going to have to be after this, isn't it? As you can see, our money is vanishing rapidly. So if we change that to be U, and we run this quad track out here, that should give us our bypass with the potential to start working on wood. I'm just building this and not paying any attention to the cost. What do we do with this? It's got to be double tracked, hasn't it? Well, technically it doesn't. We could have a crossover just here. Not there. This side. But if we can get away with just double tracking out of there, I wouldn't mind it. As long as it's tidy. Yeah, there we go. That works, doesn't it? Yeah, and you slide in up here. That should give us enough room to hold a train in as well. So a little bit of traffic we could build up here. It would also give us the potential to scoot in there, wouldn't it? We could also scoot across now as well. I would prefer to do that technically after the... after the... Well, that's messy, isn't it? We're going to have to move this, aren't we? But where? We could stick it in the middle of a junction. Do I like that? Not really. But I think it's quite steep here, isn't it? Let's bring this into... Oh, actually, it's kind of nice. Yeah, let's bring that into there then. I know it's snug, guys, but it would give us our connection into the freight line. There we go, the bypass freight line for our wood. As messy as it looks, let's just get rid of those. Oh, you can't get rid of that one. We need some signalling then. Let's get that up and running. You there. You there. We'll need one that side, right? Yeah. And one this side. I'm holding Control Shift to get them auto space down the line. We'll need this one in and that one. We might as well go with another blocking section here if we want to queue trains up. This has got to be prepared for double tracking before we do anything. And we need to link you in. We can, if we want, early on move the water tower down here, I think. So that we can reuse this one. I'd like you... Oh, you're heading back. That's kind of beautiful. Right, yes. If you're heading back, get you like that and like that. We'll get this hooked in, guys. Can we remove this signal safely? Yes, we can. Remove that one as well. Let's get you hopefully hooked in nice and simple. Get you in there. One-way system is now enabled. That'll keep our traffic running, yes, fairly smoothly. It does mean, while we're short on funds, we can bulldoze... No, we can't. I was going to say we can bulldoze that. We can shortly. Bell received. Okay, Bell is fine. Bell is fine. We'll spend our first 100. We're getting quite close to. On the John Bull then, what does this give us? Well, that's kind of lovely, isn't it? Increases the power of your locomotives by 5%. Absolutely take it. Well, I mean, we've got no choice but take it. So how are we doing state of play? We have started to produce tweed. Is that at a fast enough rate? I'm going to push it whenever I can. We're going to get this producing at epic speeds. But it's going to cost us an arm and a leg, isn't it? Yeah, expand it is 500k. Same for this down here. This is going to cost us a fortune. It's very slow at level 1. We need to spend 500,000 to get it to level 2. Then we can possibly double up on our trains running it. So far it's about balanced. It's a little bit slow, but it'll do. It'll do. By the time we've run down to Manchester, it's at least got a few waiting for it on the platforms. Okay, you've broke down. That's a good time to get rid of this, I think. Now we can get you with a supply tower on there. We do want to expand our network, don't we? We absolutely need more and more money. So we'll start a new line because we can afford it. Let's start getting meat into Liverpool. Freight only. Let's ensure that you are waiting till full so we keep our lines light of traffic as much as possible. We don't need a conductor on you just yet. How about down here? Any conductors needed? Not yet. We can use the conductor we have to go to Hull once we can afford that. It's going to be expensive. How are we doing on innovation points? It'd be lovely to end on the John Ball. I don't think we're going to quite get there. Manchester has grown again. Indeed, you're up to 60,000. Oh, what do we do here, guys? Oh, they're pricey. We're not doing anything at the moment. The toss-up is between a university, which would give us more innovation points, but does the percentage apply to further innovation points, or is it the total innovation points? See, that I'm not clear on. The museum just reduces demand, but it would give us a big boost. Half tempted with the university, to be fair, as innovation points are an issue. Although we could just make use of spies, providing they stay consistent. So far, they've been quite good for us. I'm looking forward to setting this up to continue through Manchester and then branch off and use our little line down here. I know it's a bit messy, but we're utilising one supply tower for about 1 billion lines, aren't we? Which works for me. Yeah. Oh, we don't have any signalling just there. We should sort that out. I know it's only a small gap, but it should be enough. Would need one just... Oh, yes, that can't be there anymore. Need one there and there as well. We've got our single signal here. Do we have anything up this way missing? I don't think so. I think we're good. Not seen any problems up here yet. So while it looks a mess... I mean, is it... Here's the question. Is it a mess for 1831? Oh, just as I say that. Breakdown, bad condition. Are we lacking? No, we have a maintenance yard there. Bad condition is definitely maintenance, isn't it? It's missing parts for anything else. Engineer will take you. Who was the other one? Eva Black, the analyst. We do not need to be messing with our competition just yet. Well, there might be a few trains that are running without a yard, yes. Should you be? You are if you're heading to Leeds, yeah. We have no maintenance yard at Leeds, so that has to be done anyway because we're going to start expanding from there. This is going to free up some of our traffic from having to maintain their trains at Manchester. Yeah, there's a lot of trains currently that can only do their maintenance in Manchester. We have no maintenance yard at our industries. None of them, in fact, do we? No. And we don't have one... Oh, we do have one there. That's good. Another spy, guys. This is probably a good place to end it. Please be John Bull. It will be great. We can't really afford to put him on. 57,000 now. They're asking for a little bit more, aren't they? Beatrix again? It's a tough call. We'll go with Beatrix. I think she's the best competition we've got. Maybe. I should have checked possibly before we did that. Market Crier, I don't think our network will benefit the most from that. It would be a little nicer once we've got more lines running, a couple more cities hooked up. You're going to be stuck there for a while, unfortunately. I mean, money has been tight. I believe we've done it in the right order, though. We're not leaving this episode until we know what we've stolen from learned from Beatrix. Come on, Beatrix. Don't let me down. Give me a John Bull. Are you going to do it, Beatrix? Come on. Give us a John Bull. You know you want to. How are we doing down here? I do want to double these up as well, but it's just money. Money's tight. Money and innovation points are tight at the moment. I mean, we're going to get the John Bull. It's unlikely we're going to be able to donator. That would be nice. Detonator received. That's not what I was really looking for. Although it is heading down this... Yeah, it's heading down this research path. We've only got 86 innovation points. We can't afford to build the university yet either. But come on, I really want the John Bull. I guess it's going to be next episode for the John Bull. But then it's going to be a slow process of replacing our aging fleet. And we'll start with our passenger lines because they're fairly separate. They only interact a little bit. We might be able to move this passenger line down to this inside platform. That way we can separate us from the freight, can't we? And then we won't have to worry about this happening, and possibly have our supply tower down here for a few trains. We can move it from there to save us a bit of money. Are we good with that today? That's all I'd like to spend, I think. How are we doing on our task? We need to up this, don't we? And I would say we need to up this fairly rapidly. Are we running out of goodies in... no, not really. In Manchester. No, we're not really running out of sheep's wool, are we? Not at the moment. We're just about to pick up some. How much you got on the platform? Well, that won't tell us, will it? No. The 0 of 9. It will tell us. It's 0. Yes. 0.8 a week. How much are we producing down here? 0.8 a week. That's how much we need. Okay. Well, we'll stick with that for now, but we'll look at pushing both, which is going to cost us a cool million to do. I don't think it's urgent, famous last words. We are producing, and we're continually producing, providing we don't get full on storing tweed so that we're using it. And well, what's the demand? Weekly demand. That's export, isn't it? No, that's for us. Is that export? No, that's export. It's weekly demand all cities, isn't it? 1.1. Weekly production 0.8. We're seeing to our own demand at the moment. We could possibly see to Liverpool's demand. I'll tell you what then. To end today, let us double up on this station. Get us another train running. It's just going to run... Yeah, I'm just going to run it in here. Like that. I guess we can keep it well, we could have this dedicated per platform, couldn't we? For now, and then we'll 2-track it later on. You go there, then we've got supply tower for each train down this way. Yes, and we'll get that route set up and we'll get on board it. It's got a journey and a half, just making sure we've got the signal for this. Connection bonus. Oh dear, it's all go. Right, quickly do this. That'll give us some more money. Get you in there and hooked up into there quickly. There we go. 152,000 just for doing that. Get that money back. That's lovely to see. Who was that was applying for a job? A bandit? No, I don't want to mess with them beyond spies at the moment. Let's get us a new loco running down... Do I want to stop off at... No, let's keep this one very, very simple. We're going to go straight to Liverpool. It's taken, because of the way we've laid our line out, the correct freight bypass route. Freight only. Full load. There we go. We've got another freight train running, guys. Get you on there. We'll give you an engineer. Why not? We could give you a conductor if you turn him green. Or not green. There we go. There we go. That's lovely. Alright guys, we're on board our brand new logging train, which is heading all the way to Liverpool via our new freight bypass. I would say possibly a temporary... No, I'm going to keep it. I like it. We are snaking all over the map though, aren't we? I don't mind that. That's money as well. as long as we do it properly anyway. Thank you for watching today, guys. A lot done again. New tasks are underway. It's going to take a little bit longer. We do need possibly to expand. I think we're going to have to save up a couple of million and get that growing fast. Then we can start delivering more freight into Liverpool and maybe use these logging services on the same line so that we pick up and take goods back and from Manchester just on freight stuff, and then we have dedicated passengers running down to Manchester. Yeah, that excites me a lot. Right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll leave you on board this for a little bit to see how bumpy the track is, and until next time, take care.